Alright guys, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna have to take on a different strategy than I thought we were. Um, because I took the axe out of the wall and set it down, it disappeared when I loaded my save. So we're gonna have to do this part without the axe, which sucked because there's a certain enemy I particularly used it on. But you know what? We're better than that. We don't need no axes. What we're gonna do, we're gonna come up here and trigger the cutscene. Take out your pistol. You're gonna need pistol shots.
Who's there?
No, don't shoot. I'm
Dr.
not one of
Marcelo
them.
Jimenez.
I'm a doctor, Marcelo Jimenez.
You were in the ambulance before it crashed, right?
Yes, we're lucky to be alive.
So what we're
Have you
gonna
seen anyone
do
else?
is
My
we're actually
patient
gonna take out the
I saw him
Ruvik
running
clone
overhead,
after he
but-
triggers the traps.
Come this way.
Quietly,
Quietly, mind
mind
you.
you. Grenade. And as I mentioned before, last time I opened that box, there was nothing in it. So if you're really low on ammo, do the same thing as we do with the bombs and the lockers. Save, break a box. If it's an item you want, then save again. If it's not, reload the save.
Have a look
Simple
for
as that.
yourself. Those things chased me all the way into the village.
Me too.
But what I'm gonna do,
They're all over the place.
Leslie went through that gate. Good Lord.
There are too many to shoot our way through.
One of us could try to lure them away while the other gets the gate open. You're
can I
the one
skip
with the
this?
gun.
No.
If you say so.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is see that Ruvik clone there. We're basically gonna unload into him with our pistol ammo. We will not need pistol ammo again until halfway through chapter 4. We're not gonna need any ammo again until halfway through chapter
There
4.
is a crank on the terrace. You'll need to operate it if I'm to pass through.
So basically, we're just luring the Ruvik clone here, and you gotta get to him before he launches his crazy shit. Now, this is unupgraded, there he is. Come here, come here, come here. There we go. I suck at aiming. This is why I call this my AKUMU walkthrough for idiots, because I suck at these games. And I know it. So I'm going to be doing strategies. There we go. So, once you take care of that Ruvik clone, what we need to do is we need to find a place to hide so that they all reset their patterns. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back in here. And as you can see, I almost used all my pistol ammo. We won't be needing the pistol ammo again for a while, so don't you worry about that. So we're going to hide under this bed here. I'm going to hide under this bed here, and we're just going to chill out for a bit until they lose interest and go back to their original patrols. And, you know, a lot of people have a bunch of gripes out there about this game. They're saying it's, you know, just basically Resident Evil 4, and I disagree. Here's the thing. Now, it does have some shortcomings that Resident Evil 4 didn't have, but I think a lot of people are overcoming in ways it's better than Resident Evil 4. First of all, of course, the graphics are better. It's 2 generations ahead. The graphics are fantastic. Especially for a survival horror with such low light. Resident Evil 4, one of the things that was so hard to do Resident Evil 4, you could not strafe. There was no strafe. Well, this game has a motherfucking strafe. But lastly, what I want to point out is that some games are hard because of their mechanics, and that's what makes them great. Resident Evil is still great, even though it has really old school mechanics. Alright, see, they're going back to their patrols. We're going to give it another minute. Resident Evil 4 was great partially because of the story, but the gameplay. And so I want you to imagine this. Okay, say you're playing a PlayStation 4 game, and you go back to PlayStation 2 and you play Resident Evil 4. you're gonna play that thing and think, "Oh my God, this is shit. The controls are so heavy. You can't. There's so much you can't do. You can hardly move. The movement is just way off." Well, I'll play for about an hour, and you won't even notice. And that's what it is with most games, is that so games play so differently. But if you play them long enough, if you play them for an hour, you will stop noticing the bad stuff about them, and you will actually enjoy the game. Every single game you play is different. I did not When I first played Uncharted, I did not like it. And mind you, the demo, because of the gameplay, because of the aiming style, the grenades, all that stuff, it was just so difficult for me. I hated it. Well, I finally got it, and when I started playing it, it took a couple hours, but after a couple hours, I got used to the controls. I got used to everything. And that's what makes the game great. I think this game is fantastic. People saying it's just a clone of Resident Evil. Okay, I mean, in some aspects, but in some aspects, I still think it's a great game. That's my little rant while we're just waiting for them to go back to their normal patrols. We're going to open this up, and then we're going to run back through that door and under the bed where we just were. Now, if I recall, you don't need to mash really fast for these types of things. Really just, button press it all. All right, so we're going to be walking this way. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and kick the door open, because right now they're coming to bust in through the main door. The people downstairs.
Here.
I
Hey,
opened that.
over here.
Oh, okay.
That's right, this way.
I'm like, I opened it for you.
That old guy's gonna get himself killed.
All right. So we just hit the checkpoint. Make sure we get under this bed. There's going to be two enemies you're going to be looking out for. A policewoman and then a second guy. Now, the second guy you need to take care of quickly, because the policewoman will come pathing back into here. And you're going to want to be out of the area. You're going to want to have the other guy dead by the time they do. So we're just waiting. I can hear them. Now, they don't path into this room, so what I'm actually going to do, instead of being under the bed, come on, guys. That's the sadist I can hear, actually. There we go. Sorry, we have to go to this room. That was strange.